I still hold that the queer movement has to constantly work on its gender politics. The nuance of those gender politics have shifted, much like what has come to be queer movement has shifted. Queer politics was not common sense. It's still not, but there is a widespread tolerance. It is precisely the workings of the queer movement that have even made straight identification possible. We are now clearly in a different time where everybody wants a gay best friend to go shopping with. So we need to rethink what we mean by queerness again, right? So it is in this sense that because what is now called queer is constantly shifting, that we need to constantly keep thinking about what we need to do more. One of the things that I have come to realize more is that for a large generation of young people who grew up into their sexuality or came to think about their sexuality in the years after decriminalization by the Delhi High Court in 2009. So these young 19 to 25-year-olds who are discovering their sexuality in a period there was no 377, find the law is back on the statute books, deeply depressing, right? So they're like, how are we going to live under section 377? It causes a panic. They are unable to imagine what lives under 377 might look like, that there are generations and generations of queer people who've lived under 377, difficult lives, but lives nevertheless lived. I think the present challenge for people who do queer politics, myself included, is how to speak to this generation, both that has access to global circulation of LGBT identities, but is not necessarily able to think politically in very much nuance. So a bunch of gay men, I know, young gay men, find it common sense that they must align with women, but are unable to bring feminist politics into their sexual politics. And they necessarily feel alienated from the queer movement and have started various kinds of groups that are deeply problematic, but are what shaped their imagination. So in order to reshape their imagination, I think it is a large challenge for the queer movement to think about these people who find themselves alienated from what is called the queer movement. And I must, at a footnote, add, there is no one queer movement.